Now we can identify Sumerian religion as an example of a religious system we find all around the world, even today, a religious system called polytheism. Now you've probably run into this word before, so you probably know that it's usually defined as a belief in many gods. I mean, that's the standard dictionary definition. You look up the word polytheism and it says a belief in many gods. But I'm not sure that's the best way to think about it. And my concern with that traditional definition is with the word God there. Not at all because of my own religious beliefs that might mitigate against using the word, but just because of what the word God means in English. I mean, the word God in English means personality that runs the whole universe. I mean, that's just what the word means, okay? We're not talking about whether or not God exists. We're talking about what the word means, okay? If you say, I do not believe that God exists, what you mean is, I do not believe that personality that runs the whole universe exists. Okay? We're only talking about the meaning of the word. Personality that runs the whole universe. That's an idea that comes to us out of the Hebrew legacy. We'll be talking about the Hebrew people whenever we get to them. But I'm not quite sure that it's the right word to use here. And, well, maybe you'll pick up on what I'm getting at over the next several weeks and as we look at polytheistic systems. Anyway, we're kind of stuck with the word, so I'll move on with it, although it might not be the best word to use, and I think you'll understand what I'm getting at as we go on. If we wanted to diagram Sumerian religion, so we had something to look at while we talked about it, we might start off with the people. Down here in this physical universe that you and I experience, that we experience with our bodies, this physical, material universe that we interact with physically, that we taste, touch, see, smell, and hear, that we experience with our five senses. Up above this physical, material world made out of stuff, floating around in some kind of spiritual atmosphere up there, are the gods. The Sumerians call them the Baals. That's the Sumerian word that we've translated by the English word gods. It means, more particularly, it's kind of a combination of the word owner and the word lord in kind of a feudal sense, like a medieval lord, okay? It's a word that you may have come across if you've read the Hebrew Bible, what Christians call the Old Testament. There are variations of the word Baal. You may remember a story about Elijah and the prophets of Baal. It's kind of a wild story. We may get to it when we talk about the Hebrew people. Another term that you might come across in the Hebrew Bible, the Old Testament, is Beelzebub. Literally, that means the Lord of the Flies. The Sumerians, we think of flies as buzzing. They thought of flies as zubbing. And so Beelzebub, the Lord of the Flies. Zubub instead of buzz. It's just buzz, 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 buzz. You start saying buzz, 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 buzz. Eventually you hear Zubub in there. Anyway, sometimes you come across that word Beelzebub. It's just another form of the word Baal. Anyway, we usually translate that word God, that word Baal into the English word God. But, again, I'm not sure that that's the right word to use here. Again, it just has to do with the meaning of the word. Again, the word God in English means personality that runs the whole universe. Now, by personality, I don't mean a human being, okay? But I mean all the things we think about when we think about personality. The ability to reason, to have emotions, to communicate, to make moral decisions, self-consciousness, okay? All the things we think about when we think about personality that runs the whole universe. Now, these gods, or these Baals, the Sumerian gods definitely have personality, okay? They communicate, they make decisions, they have emotions, they make moral judgments, they are self-conscious, all those things. But they don't run the whole universe. They don't have that kind of power, okay? Now, maybe one of them can make it rain anytime she wants to. She just, snaps her fingers 3 times and it starts to rain. Well, that's more power than I have, okay? That's some kind of supernatural power, all right? I can't do that, all right? But we're not talking about designing DNA kind of power, okay? Or maybe one of them can make you fall down and break your leg anytime he wants to. He just, I don't know, he stomps his foot 4 times and you fall down and break your leg. Now, I can't do that. That's more power than I have. It's probably a good thing, or else there'd be a lot more broken-legged people in the world, okay? But we're not talking about the kind of power that holds the negative and positive forces of the atom together, okay? We're not talking about designing the solar system kind of power, okay? Well, I'm going to stop complaining about it. We're stuck with the word gods, and so we're going to just go on with it.